I'm live. Yeah. Right. Where's the... There it is. Found it. On this stream, but not that stream. Okay. Okay. So, what is up, people? Huh. So I had the beard beads in earlier because I was eating noodles, the last of my noodles. So I had the beard beads in. At least it does still work with my beard, but now my beard is kind of like split in two. Which is funny to me. Anyway, yeah, how's everybody doing? A little bit less background noise. How is everybody doing? What's going on? Hi, Jeffrey. Yeah, so as many of you have already probably heard because you've been on my Discord or whatever, essentially I have some potentially super bad news. And I kind of don't know what to do about it. So nothing has been happening this week. I've been trying to take my mind off of and be distracted by video games to take my mind off of what I'm going to talk to you about in just a minute. I've not done much. I watched. I went into Amazon Prime again. Oh my god, why? I went into Amazon Prime again. So basically, I'm going through my streaming services and catching up on the stuff that I've missed. Which apparently has not been much, and also a lot. I know that's a weird contradiction, but you know, when you haven't been on a streaming service for a while, after watching everything that you wanted to watch on it, you basically you leave it for like a month or two, and basically everything seems to be on there. And there seems to be new stuff. But here's a good example. Here's a good example. I caught up on last time I was on the streaming services bandwagon. I basically I watched all of The Expanse except for the very last episode because it wasn't out yet. So I watched all of The Expanse apart from the very last episode of that season. I caught up on a couple of other things and found, I don't know if it was Scrubs. No, it wasn't Scrubs that was on there. I found something else that was on my Amazon Prime. Okay, so I'm yawning. I'm sorry. So yeah, I found a bunch of stuff. I found a bunch of stuff that was on there, and I've been watching that. The Marvelous Miss Maisel, incredibly distracting from things like sleeping and playing video games. Because the problem is that I'll try to play a video game and then I'll get distracted by what I'm watching. Especially if I haven't seen it for the if I haven't seen it before, if I'm watching it for the first time, I get distracted by that thing, and end up not playing my video game. Um, I got my computer sorted out, so essentially I can actually use Steam again, which is cool. I've spent a bit too much money on Steam because I basically bought a bunch of games that this computer can run, which is awesome. I love this computer. And I've only been playing one of them. Again, if you're on my Discord, you'll notice that it tells you what I'm playing. Oh my god, I had a salad before I came on here, like an hour or two ago. And I get ready. It does make me feel a bit gassy because most of it is air. Most of what you're eating is air when you eat a salad. You know, you accidentally gulp down a bunch of air. So I got a bit gas pains. Anyway, I'm gonna get to it. Yeah, I've only been playing one of them. I've been playing Age of Mythology because when I was in college, when I was in high school and stuff, to distract myself from too much studying, which admittedly wasn't a lot of studying, I would play Age of Mythology. They have it to download. I've got it up here, but this thing doesn't have a disc. You know, it doesn't have any discs. It doesn't have anything that you can slot into. It's completely wireless, so it means that I can't play Star Trek Legacy. Steam doesn't. I can't find anywhere online to download Star Trek Legacy. I need that game on my computer. I need it. I need it so badly, but I cannot find it anywhere. Anyway, it always happens on Mondays. It's weird. I basically, yeah, I've been playing that, but I've been catching up on Netflix. The Wonderful Miss Maisel, or whatever it's called, whatever that show is called. I watched I watched all of those. It's a really good show. Go watch that, Miss Maisel, the marvelous Miss Maisel, the wonderful Miss. I can't remember which one it is, but either way, go watch it. It's a good show. Um, I just watched Invincible, which I thought was on Netflix, but no, it turns out it's on Amazon Prime, at least in the UK. Um, I kind of really liked that. I thought that was amazing. It's kind of irritating at the same time. Oh, I finally watched. What is it called? It's Palm Springs. It's basically the remake of Groundhog Day. Um, and I found that incredibly enjoyable. Plus, is it J.K. Simmons? Is that his name? Um, I think that's his name. He is adorable. He's an incredibly cute bear in that movie, Palm Springs. I think it's called Palm Springs. Um, Go watch that and see what I mean. I don't know what it is, but I find him incredibly attractive. I'm not a fan of J.K. Simmons. I like his voice acting. I think he's a, I think he's good. It's just that I'm not a fan of his. You know, you can be good at something, and I can not be super, super fanatic about it. You know, because that's where fan comes from. Um, I'm trying to think of a good example. It's like Michael Jackson. There you go. I don't know why, but Michael Jackson seems to be like the go-to for a lot of whenever you're trying to think of like something musical or something. Just to try to find an example. It's like Michael Jackson. He was really really good at music. Just it seems that most music throughout his entire life seems to be really good at it. But I'm not a fan. I'll admit that his stuff was good, but I'm not a fan. It's okay. But yeah, I'm a fan of J.K. Simmons in this movie. He's a classic polar bear of a man. I really like it. I don't know what it is, but he's adorable. He's adorable. I'm gonna give him a big hug. Even though he plays a very crazy character. Even though he plays a really crazy character in this movie, he's um, he's awesome. So yeah, Palm Springs. I think that's what the movie's called. Palm Springs. Go watch that. It's on Amazon Prime in the UK. I don't know what it is on in your country, but if you got a VPN, go look at it on Amazon Prime if you've got Amazon Prime. So yeah, I think it's called Palm Springs. It was really good. So yeah, I watched that. I watched Invincible. I think he's in Invincible as well. Isn't he like the dad in Invincible? I think so. But yeah, I really liked Invincible. I thought that was not as that wasn't as bad as I thought it was going to be. Because a lot of people were saying that they don't like the art style because it's animated. They don't like the art style. They think it's a bit too gory and stuff. And I can see what they mean, but at the same time, I enjoyed the crap out of it. I enjoyed the crap out of that. It was very enthralling, and I completely saw where this was going. You know, I I was not one of these people. When I watch stuff, I figure it out I figure out what's going on very quickly because I think this might have something to do with the fact that I've written scripts or something. I don't know. But essentially, when you get the writing thing down, you kind of know how shit lines up, you know, and depths of characters and stuff like that. So it's very, very obvious to certain people. Like Game of Thrones. Game of Thrones was not there was nothing that surprised me in Game of Thrones, apart from how good certain actors were. So yeah, the girl who plays Arya Stark, I fucking love her so much. Oh my god, she plays it so good. Yes, this is a big ramble. I understand, by the way. This is a huge ramble to what this title of this live stream is. I get it, and I will get to it. I promise. But I've got a lot of time to just ramble on. But essentially, I'm basically telling you about how the ways that I'm distracting myself from this particular fact in the title. Okay, so just listen to me just talk and try to get past this as much as I can because when I think about the topic of this live stream, I basically it's making me not this happy. But all of the things that I've been doing to distract myself from the topic of this live stream is it really is distracting. It really is helping. Kind of, I guess. Kind of. I don't know. I have no idea where I was. I have no idea where I was. Oh, Invincible, yeah. I saw everything coming. They were trying to basically like tease you with bits of information and shit. And I was like, uh-huh. But they were like, surprise, what a twist. And I was like, uh-huh. I saw it coming. I was not surprised at all. But yeah, Invincible. It's a really, really good animated TV series. And well, at least I hope it's a TV series because I noticed that a lot of things are Marvel does this a lot. for example. A lot of things that they class as series turn out to be kind of like um, TV movie series is. You know, for example, WandaVision. WandaVision is a television series, but the whole concept of that particular TV series, it's kind of it's it it's a gimmick. It's like it's just a very long movie. What is this called? Is this called like a movie series, or it's a TV movie, or what is it called? I can't remember. It's a seven-part TV movie. It's not a it's not a series, you know. It's just something that they wanted to. I don't know why they wanted to do it this way, but I noticed that a bunch of stuff is like this. Just recently, there's a bunch of like series that come out that are like this. I watched Leonardo. I watched Leonardo expecting a TV series. What I got was a 9-part movie. I think it's 9 parts. I can't remember. That was really good too, by the way. Amazon Prime, UK, VPN it if you can. Leonardo. It's about this trial. It's about an investigation into Leonardo, but it goes through a bunch of his works, some of his most famous works, and it definitely ends. You know, you can't make another season out of this, and yet it's classed under the TV series area, but a bunch of them are like this. So I hate it when they do this. Um, because I wanted to watch more of that. It was actually really good. It was incredibly artsy fartsy, and oh my god, what a marvelous mind Leonardo has. It was incredibly that, but it was good. It's like Miss. I was talking about Miss Maisel, and oh my god, do they love their artsy fartsy shit? And I don't mind it though. They pull it off. It works very well, Um, just the cinematography, the way that shots are lined up, just basically, if you basically give me a TV show and then just footage of a TV show, I could edit it basically the same way that they end up editing it for TV, right? Miss Marvel, I don't know how they did the editing for a lot of this stuff. I have no idea how they did this. And I'm a fucking editor. I have no idea how they did any of this stuff. Well, a lot of this stuff, and it works very well. Some of the shots are, the cinematography is amazing. Um, and like I said, it's very artsy fartsy. It's very like, ooh, there was a mirror in this room, and if we just put the camera right close to the mirror, it makes it look like everything's double. So we're going to make the mirror straight down the middle, and we're going to have like basically two of this one shot, and it's going to look really good, and it's going to say something about what's happening as well, and it does, and it works, and it's really good, and it's a nice shot, and I don't understand how they can do it and not be pretentious about it. That's what I mean. There's a scene where they basically go to Paris from New York. So they have a shot of the Empire State Building, and then it kind of transitions to night, and the lighting of it is like gold and blues, and it looks amazing. And then they kind of pan up. Yeah, they pan up, meaning that the building goes down, and then all of a sudden the Eiffel Tower, which is lit exactly like the Empire State Building, basically it appears from the top upside down, and then they flip the shot, and then the Empire State Building goes away, and the Eiffel Tower's there, and then it transitions back into day, like when it and it's like it's showing the the transition of time, and that you're basically on the other side of the world, and you're on the opposite side of it, which means that everything's upside down somehow. It shows all of this stuff. It says something. It's really good. Loved it. I loved all of that stuff. That amazed me and also made me really enjoy watching this. But it does mean that I can't just watch this in the background. I have to watch this. I will say that there's one thing about the Miss Maisel thing that really does piss me off, and that is that the loud and long music numbers. Like, it's not a musical. Not a lot of people sing. There are lots of people singing, but not a lot of people sing. It's usually kind of like a stage thing in the background, right? Whatever. But it's so loud, and it goes on for so long. They play an entire track of songs, and it's like it's fine. It is fine for me. It gives me a little bit of a break, but they often do visual stuff while they're doing this, so I have to watch it. But it's so good. Like, the entire series is so good. It's a really beautiful show, you know. So yeah, so Miss Maisel, watch that show. It's so good. I highly recommend it. It's period as well. It's set in the late 50s, early 60s, kind of like the Mad Men era. I believe they actually use a couple of sets as well from Mad Men. I definitely recognized Don Draper's corner office. I definitely recognized that. They tried to hide it by not having blinds there and stuff, but it's like, no, that's definitely the same fucking office. You can't do that. I could see it. It's right there. So yeah, it's set in the same kind of time period. So it's really it feels like it, and it's in New York as well. And the New York accents are so rich as well, because especially in the past, because any time before now, in the New York accent is just very strong. So it reminded me a lot of my cousin. It was really cool. So yeah, Miss Maisel, watch that. It's really good. Um, so yeah, I'm currently watching Andromeda again, which is a sci-fi TV series. Um, Stars Hercules. It's a. I basically watched it because I was just like I just finished watching that one episode of The Expanse that I missed, and I kind of just needed something on in the background while I was playing video games, and yeah, so that was cool. So yeah, that's all the entertainment stuff that I've been doing. Now we have to get to the serious bullshit. The serious bullshit that's been happening. So my doctor kept trying to call me because they wanted to tell me about my blood work. And again, if you've been on Discord, you know all about what they said. But they couldn't get through to me that day because I was getting my first jab on my vaccination, my first dose of my vaccination, and I think it's the derm one. I'm not sure. So yeah, I was stabbed in the arm. Neat. Very surreal experience, because they stab you and then they basically make you sit for 15 minutes in front of somebody who just their entire job is just to make sure that that they check on you to make sure you're not going to pass out. It's like, okay. Annoyingly, I'm one of those people that basically, if you're told that there's a chance you could pass out, I basically will be internally checking myself, my internal sensors will light up, and I'm like just testing, like, well, oh, elevated temperature. Oh, that's a lamp. Never mind. Okay. Oh no, decrease in temperature. Feeling a bit cold. Am I clammy? See, this is what I mean. Basically, I'm just testing all of this shit all the time, just in my head. If I'm told that there's a chance that I could be passing out or I could vomit or something like that, then basically I'm going to be testing, I'm going to be just checking my insides, just mentally checking my insides all the time. Nothing happened, by the way. I was shifting on my seat a lot. They kept asking me if I was uncomfortable. It's like, whatever. So that was my first dose. My next dose is in fucking September. So I'm not going to be able to escape yet until fucking September, after all of the Steam fairs and the 1940s weekend and all of that stuff. Fucking September. So yeah, that's fun. Totally not annoying. My mother says that she's not going to come to any of the cool stuff that she wanted to come to. And I said to her, it's like, you can still go. I'm just the one that's stuck inside still. But no, she was like, well, I don't want to go. I don't want to go knowing that you're not going. It's like, well, that's very sweet, but you can totally still go. I'm okay with it. I'm totally okay with it. We could, I will be there next year. I'll be home when you come back from it, because you'll be staying here. So I don't understand. You can go have fun. I'm okay with it. I'm annoyed about it, but I'm okay with it. I accept it. But yeah, so I got that. By the way, I didn't feel any reaction at all to it. And then the next day, my arm was very, very sore, just bruised in that one spot, but that's only because that's the way that works. I could also feel all of my muscles and tendons and stuff rubbing against my bones and all that stuff. It was like things in my arm were very, very, very lubricated. And that was gross. So yeah, that's fun. And then I actually got to speak to my doctor, because that's when they decided to call. Actually, no, it was the next day, but still, they called me back because I couldn't take their call because they didn't have call ID for some reason, and also so I was having my vaccination. So yeah, neat. So yes, my blood work is bad. It's wacky levels all over the place. They have no idea what's going on, because I have high blood pressure and a high heart rate, and yet no cholesterol. So they're confused. It's like, well, that's not right. You should have high cholesterol. It's like, nope. Okay. I have no vitamin D, even though I spend most of my time with the fucking door open in the sunlight, and I have a varied diet, so I get a bunch of stuff that makes vitamin D in my own body, and yet I don't have vitamin D. Okay. So they have to give me a supplement for that. It's entirely possible as well that, but I have incredibly large amounts of testosterone. She was both she sounded both impressed and scared and something else about this when she told me about this, and I was like, yeah. I have a hormonal condition. She knows this. But I just didn't think that I don't think that she expected when I said that to her, and that she looked it up in my notes, that basically that this was a thing. That they would be this high. The hormones would be this high. And yeah, it's just it's mostly testosterone. It's crazy. It's like, just fucking look at me. Sometimes it comes out of my pores, in my skin. It's a problem. It's an actual problem. I have to be careful. Fortunately, I'm not around children, but apparently I should be. If I was told that ages ago, I was told that, like, with this condition, I have to be just very wary about actually touching my child if I was to have children, um, and just being around kids in general, just to just make sure that they have at least amount of physical contact with you as possible, because hormones can mess up kids. It can screw with their development and stuff. Um, it's a thing. So yeah. So much hormones, so many hormones, um, to the point where she wanted to basically she wants to talk to somebody about metabolic diseases and hormonal diseases and stuff, and also to check my thyroid, because that's a regulator of your hormones, or where some of them are produced. I don't know, but they want to check that. So I have to have more blood taken for that, so that's fun. Also, she doesn't think I have diabetes. She doesn't think I have diabetes because I don't express any of the symptoms, apart from apparently a large appetite. A large appetite is apparently a symptom of diabetes. I didn't know this. First time I was hearing about this. Um, and stuff. But basically, she doesn't think I have diabetes, but my sugar levels, my blood sugar levels, are in the diabetic range. She told me what the range was, and she told me what mine was, and it's like, yeah, that does sound in the range. So yeah, she wants to do another test to confirm that I have diabetes, if I in fact do have diabetes, and to test what kind of diabetes I have. So I don't know. So that's fun. Um, what else? There was something else in my blood that I was going to say. Oh, she wants to get me on beta blockers or something, um, to help with the blood pressure and yeah, and they have to take more blood for that as well, to test that it's not killing my kidneys. But yeah, she basically she never said anything about any cancer. Um, she did say that basically there was like she didn't tell me about cancer, but she did tell me that there are no cancer, like, but she told me that the clinical term. What's the clinical term for cancer cells in your blood? By the way, everybody has cancer. This is scary. I'm sorry if this scares anybody, but everybody has cancer. The human body makes cancer. It just does. Fortunately, it has a built-in defense mechanism. So right now, somewhere in your body, there is cancer cells that are reproducing and going crazy like this, like they do. But your body fights it, and then it just kills it, and then it just moves on. Apparently, I don't have any. Apparently, I didn't have none to not a lot of any of that happening. So neat. But yeah, and all my organs seem to be fine. I also had another EKG as well, so that was funny. um, and she listened to my heart and everything. All of my shit is basically working fine. It's just working very hard because of the high blood pressure and high heart rate, and they don't know why. So yeah, those are the results. Here's what she said, because my doctor's a woman. Um, my doctor is actually a very, very, she's very close to being a little person. I swear to God. She's skinny, Indian, and tiny. She's just really, really tiny. Like, it's scary. Like, she is the size of my fucking leg. And I know I have big legs, but a person isn't this big unless they are a child. You know. But yeah, my doctor, basically, she was just telling me over and over and over again that the only option that she come up with was basically to prescribe me with medication, with more medication, and also to lose weight, because that's the only thing that she can think of that is basically causing high blood pressure, high blood sugar readings, and a rapid heart rate. So that's the only thing that she can think of that this is causing. Because my diet's good. Um, uh, I do plenty of exercise when it's not virus times, and yeah, I do a lot of I do weight training every day. So it's like she just doesn't get it. She just doesn't get how anything else can cause us problems apart from me being fat. So she kept telling me all the ways that I can lose weight over and over again, really hammering me up. And that's the reason for the title, you guys. I have no other option. Nobody's given me any other options. I can't think of a way out of this. The only way that I basically she said that all of these problems could go away. She didn't say definitely will go away, which is why I'm still hesitant and why there's a question mark on there. Um, but yeah, I've just basically been coming to terms with and trying to see any positive to this. To basically Tubbs, me, not being around anymore. Because if I continue on being heavy, being happy, basically eating what I want, um, and eating a balanced diet, just a lot of it, then I'm at high risk of having a stroke, having a heart attack, um, something to do with blood sugar, like diabetic shock. I can't remember what is the thing with diabetes. I don't know. Um, yeah, getting diabetes. Um, I'm at high risk of all of these things if basically if Tubbs lives. So I like being Tubbs. I don't know what to do. So that's the deal, you guys. Anybody, if anybody has any suggestions um, of other options, then that would be great. Anybody know how Tubbs can live, then that would be great. But essentially, I'm still trying to get my head around the whole thing of trying to live as a grumpy and unhappy person, because um, if I go on a diet, basically if I just reduce what I eat, that's going to make me very grumpy. I am very, very grumpy. I can't help it. I cannot help it. I get um, hangry. Is that the term? I think that's the term. Somebody described me as that more than once. Basically, if I get really, really hungry, I get hangry. I get cranky. I get grumpy. Um, and just generally not a person that I want to be around other people when I am that person. It's quite sad actually. Um, so I'm gonna be that. And if I get smaller, then I already feel very small. Um, I already feel very, I feel in myself, I feel very, very tiny. You know, I feel like I'm incredibly underweight. I don't feel happy with my size at all, and my happiness has only gone up as I've gotten bigger in the past. Because I haven't really put on any more weight. It just kind of like fluctuates between 300 and 330. Just in between these bits, it just seems to fluctuate usually between those. I haven't been able to put on any more weight or take any weight off. It just seems to be that level. Um, but yeah, as I have gotten bigger, I have gotten happier. So basically, I can see that I'm going to get more and more sad, more and more depressed as I get smaller. So I've been trying to avoid that. But if I'm going to stay alive, apparently that's what I have to do. So, see what I mean? I don't know what to do. So, it's kind of a question to you guys, I guess. Is Tubbs dead? I don't know what to do. Also, with like, if I do lose weight with the channel, with some friendships are going to end because of this. This is a huge problem. So yeah, that's why all the distracting I've been doing to myself is because I want to get away from this uncomfortableness just thinking about it. Um, and it's most likely going to continue if I have to lose weight and eat less, then I'm mostly going to be distracting myself for the rest of my life, the rest of my long, sad, miserable, angry, lone life. I kind of rather be dead. I don't know how to I don't know how to do this. So I don't know what to do. Nobody's talking in the chat. Somebody please distract me or give me more options. I don't know what to do. I do not know what to do. Um, I don't even know what's wrong with me. I love you, Tubbs, as you are now, and even if you lose weight, Jeffrey, I won't be Tubbs anymore if I lose weight. I'm gonna have to change my fucking name. That's what I mean. It's an entire identity. And Jeffrey, it's not about what other people. I get a lot of people will still love me even if I'm a skinny bitch. I get it. I do get it. Um, Problem is, I won't like myself. I'm very comfortable with who I am. I will become uncomfortable with who I am. I will not like myself. I'll hate it. See, it's it's like the thing is that you know, I all of my friendships and all of my relationships and stuff like that. I basically um, nearly all of them will be broken, and I'll simply turn them off. You know, I'll turn off the friendships. I will become not friends with a bunch of people because I don't want to hang around with them because I don't want to see them. I don't want to see them see me as the grumpy, sad bastard. I just won't want them to witness that. So I will start dropping friends. It'll be a real problem. You know, I don't want to subject them to that. So I'm kind of fucked. um, what's really pissing me off? What's really pissing me off is that if I never went to the doctors to have this patient, um, I, I had to get vaccinated. In order to get vaccinated, I needed to have an actual current doctor, um, a current a GP, general practitioner, which is basically just the way things work in the UK. I don't have a current one because I've always had doctors that are just based in hospitals for stuff. Um, However, I'm not near a hospital, so essentially I had to get a local doctor. The local doctor has a thing where they have to give you a physical, just a quick physical to basically just to do to to be your doctor. Um, and because I went to this physical, they found high blood pressure, they found the rapid heart rate. Um, then they had to take my blood, and they had to do all of the other tests. And now I'm dealing with this, the possible end of my happy life. Um, Whereas if the virus times never happened, whereas if the COVID never happened in the world, um, and I didn't have to get vaccinated, uh, I wouldn't be learning about this. I wouldn't be learning about this until I was 40, in which case I would probably want to just get a doctor. I wouldn't have to worry about this at all, and life will continue, and I'll be going to Vegas, um, and I will possibly even be getting rounder. I will possibly be moving. That might still happen, but not to the places that I want to go. Um, and the channels would continue, content would continue, everything would just be fine. And I wouldn't learn about this until I was fucking 40. So yeah. Tubbs, I ain't going anywhere. I'm your friend for life, so you can't get rid of me that easy. Jeffrey, I don't want you to see me like that unhappy. I don't want you to be accidentally caught when I'm cranky. I wouldn't want that. Because I'll say some shit. It'll hurt your feelings. Then you'll go away. Because I can be brutally honest and brutally just a real asshole when I'm really hungry, really sad. So it's not like it will be up to you. And a bunch of my friends that this will probably happen to. So yeah. Like, I don't want this to happen. I don't want any of that to happen. That's the problem. Jeffrey, that's great and I appreciate it, but ultimately kinda not up to you. When I'm that sad and I'm that cranky, I'm not gonna be able to just say to myself, well, they don't understand. I'm not gonna be able to say to myself that. I'd prefer just not to deal with it at all. So yeah, this might be this is a thing. I just don't again, I don't know what to do. So yeah, that's the only options I've got available to me at the moment. I can basically because now I know about this, um, I can't live in ignorance anymore, which is fun because that would have been nice if I basically just died of a stroke or heart attack, um, like next year. Then I wouldn't have never ever known about all of this. It wouldn't have. It would be causing me such stress and um, such anxiety as it's causing now. Um, and I'd be happy, you know. Uh, but I can't even do that anymore because ever since I was told that my that I'm in the diabetic range of blood sugar levels and stuff, it's messing with my head because I suddenly feel fatigued. I suddenly am feeling very thirsty all the time. I suddenly am peeing all the time. It's weirdly psychosomatic when in fact I wasn't doing any of that shit. You know, I wasn't super thirsty. I had to make myself drink water, when it's hot. I have to make myself. I have to basically if we get a hot day or hot week or hot few days or whatever, then I basically every time I pee, which again isn't that many times a day, I basically have a glass in the kitchen, and when I pass that glass after being in the bathroom, I automatically fill it up and drink from it, and basically, yeah. See what I mean? It's like I don't drink that much, but now I find myself very thirsty. I'm noticing that a bunch of my food has a ton of sugar in it, which I don't understand. I have I have a we have a juicer. We have fruit. Why is there so much sugar in fucking fruit? It's fruit. It's supposed to be super healthy for you. It has tons of sugar in it. What the fuck? My mum said that. My mum actually said that when I told her about the fruit thing. That basically, she was like, "Oh yeah, fruit has tons of sugar in it." That's how your nan. Before my nan died, she started to get all of the medical problems. You know, she had problems with her breathing. She had problems with arthritis. She had problems. She then suddenly, like a year before she died, had diabetes. You know, been completely fine her entire life. Year before she dies, has diabetes. Um, and she ate too much potassium as well somehow. I didn't know it was a thing because my nan loved fruit, and she was told by her doctor apparently not to eat. You can't eat so much fruit. It's like, but it's fruit. It's good for you. It's fruit. What the fuck is wrong with fruit? So yeah. Oh my god. Because I'm not a very sugary person. I don't like a lot of sugar. I really don't like a lot of sugar. There'll be an odd day a month where I will basically want to eat an entire bar of chocolate, like an entire family-sized Cadbury bar of chocolate. Like like once a month, I'll suddenly have that craving. Or ice cream. Oh my god! I again once a month, I will basically really crave ice cream like mad. I fucking love ice cream. But then that's it. Usually the rest of that month, I'm not that much of a. I don't. I don't eat a lot of sugar, so I don't get it. I don't have a lot of sugar. I don't understand. You know, like Pepsi Max is the thing I drink the most, and the whole point is that it has no sugar, and I like it that way. I don't like the. I don't like soda that has sugar in it because it tastes too sweet and sticky. It tastes sticky. I don't know how to explain that. I don't get it. So yeah, there's the problems. Is Tubbs dead? I don't know because I'm kind of committing suicide. Either way, I don't know what to do. I just have these two basic options. And I'm terrified of both of them. Like right now that what's happening while I'm trying to distract myself and while I'm still going through medical tests. By the way, they fucking love taking blood. I don't get why that's a thing, but they love taking blood. And I hate it so much. I hate it so much. I've told the doctor there's like, I'm sorry, is there any other way that we could do this? My mother just said, you can just say no. And I was like, well, yeah, but then they won't, but they need to know this information because I won't get medication if they don't know what's wrong with me. Oh my God. It's so stressful. I want you around for a long time, so here's many, many more snuggles. Jeffrey, problem. It won't be me. That's the whole point of this. Is Tubbs dead thing. Either way, Tubbs will die. You know? It's kind of a weird situation because Tubbs will die the second that I go on a diet. Tubbs will be dead. I won't be the same person. And yet, Tubbs will live longer if, but he'll still die a lot sooner than expected. Apparently, um, if I don't go on a diet, so either way, I'm not going to be around for long. I guess the question is, am I dead now? That's the thing. I'm kind of in limbo land at the moment because, like, I haven't been exercising. I haven't been exercising because I haven't been able to exercise because every time I exercise, I'm suddenly aware that it's like, oh my god, this is probably spiking my blood pressure. And is that bad? That's bad, right? Um, I've still been walking. I've been pacing around my house. So I've been standing up when I'm eating and stuff like that. I haven't changed my diet drastically yet. However, I am very aware of salt in my food because Damon also has high blood pressure, but so he needs low salt. He's recommended to have a low salt diet. So I've been already looking at food that is low salt. Um, and also now I'm looking at low sugar food, but we've got a bunch of food in the house already, and Damon forgot to cancel the last week's order as well, food order. So I've been trying to go through that as much and as quickly as possible, um, well, as slowly as possible in this case, because I'm trying to conserve all the foods that I can still eat at the moment before I make this decision, before I have to make this decision. So, yeah. Hi, Panda folks. You just turned up when I was leaving. No, you aren't dead now, Tubbs. I'm not. That's the point. But like like I said, I have to keep repeating apparently. You know, I'm Tubbs is gonna be dead if I basically don't lose weight. I'm gonna die a lot sooner than expected because of from being heavy, I guess. I don't know. But if I go on a diet, Tubbs is gonna die because I'm not gonna be this person anymore. So yeah, Jeff, Tubbs is gonna die. I'm not dead yet, but it's gonna happen way sooner than anybody expected. That's the only two options. Still haven't been given any other option at the moment. You know, either way, Tubbs is committing suicide. Yeah, I figured. Yeah, you always just appear just before I'm gonna go. Yeah. Amanda says, "There's always padding." Yeah, because it feels exactly the same, right? Because it's because I could totally I can totally do the thing where I know that this isn't padding and it's me, right? It's just so incredibly sad. I don't know what to do. Still. So yeah, Jeffrey, I'm not. I've been trying not to stress myself for a long time now. As you can as you can tell, it's been like 3 weeks, and basically, yeah. Why I'm trying? Why are you going to lose weight? Because my doctor said that my high blood pressure, my high blood sugar, and my rapid heart rate are probably to almost definitely connected. She can't see any other reason for me to have these problems when my diet's good and all of that stuff. Um, the only contributing factor is my weight. So, so yeah, she wants me to lose weight. James, I know, I get that. That's not entirely helpful. It's like I know I'm gonna die. Um, it's inevitable. I know it's inevitable. I just thought that I was gonna die at 50. You know, I was gonna die a big fat Santa bear at 50. I would have been totally happy with that. Would have been totally cool with that. Not gonna happen now, probably. Very sad. um, you'll still be handsome regardless of your weight. You should look after your health first. And though it will be a shame to see you thinner, we want you around for a long time to look after you. So look after yourself. Well, thanks for telling me what to do, dude. But as I've mentioned already in the stream earlier, um, it won't be me. It won't be me because if I'm, it's like that's nice of everybody to say that. It's like we don't care what you weigh, we'll still love you. It's like I won't love me. I won't love me. I'll hate it. I'll hate it. I want to commit suicide. I will be sad. I will be hungry all the time, which means that I will be incredibly cranky. And I don't want people to see me sad and cranky. So I will intentionally not talk to anybody. I want this channel won't exist. The YouTube thing probably won't happen anymore. Um, it's not a thing. It's not living. Every day will be hell. And it's nice to be loved, but it's still hell. You know? So to hear, is there a way to get her to understand that you want to be? No, I told her. I straight up told her that basically who I am and um, how I feel about my weight basically is very dependent on me staying as I am or preferably getting bigger. I basically also said that I do wrestling um, and occasionally play rugby, which is totally true. Ask Ian. Um, so so essentially, yeah, and that the weight is a great advantage. And she basically said to me, "It's like yes, but you have to, but you're sacrificing a lot for your health, just for your career, and we want to get you as healthy as possible." I was like, right, but is there a way to do that? And it's like, well, all of this stuff is probably connected to your weight. So you can avoid all of this stuff possibly if you just lose weight. That's what she said the first time. She reiterated that again on the phone. So yeah. Um, I know being fat is something that makes you happy. Well, it's not really that. It's kind of that. Um, I just feel incredibly small. I feel very small, and feeling small is just bad. It just feels bad. I don't know why. So, feeling larger has always been an aim. Right now, I feel small. Imagine how I'm going to feel once I lose 20 pounds. It's like it's going to hurt. Um, we support you again. I'm not going to want the support. I'm not going to be this person anymore. You're not getting it. Again, watch the stream back. You'll understand. No, not talking about death. That's always the same. How you live is what can change for the better if you want to. Yeah, the way I want to live though is not possible, which makes me sad. So yeah, I love being a fat boy too, but I know it's not good for me. I know it's not good for me too, and I was again totally okay with dying early of being fat. Again, I was looking forward to on my 50th birthday, basically exploding because I ate too much. You know, I was okay with that. I was totally okay with that. If I never went to the doctors to get all of this checked out, I would have never known about this until I was 40. Then I could have had this whole crisis then. But right now, it's a problem having this crisis now. What has Damon said about this tub? Says Jeffrey. Um, he's just been very reassuring all the time, which is probably going to make it harder. Hi, Terry Berry. Things will work out. Have faith. Yeah. Faith ain't going to cut it. I got here through fucking hard work. Okay. Oh my god. Um, That's not true. You can be huge and energetic. You can be huge and energetic. Sumos are a great example. They are huge and healthy. I know. See, that's another option. That's another option. But and sadly, my doctor doesn't believe that. Also, a lot of sumos actually do deal with fat guy problems. So yeah. Tell us what I meant with high blood pressure, 150 or over 200. Did they give you beta blockers to lower blood pressure and heart rate? No, they're going to give me beta blockers. They're going to. They haven't given them to me yet. Because apparently I don't exhibit any signs of, you know, a stroke or having a heart attack soon. But yeah. Father says William Shakespeare died on his 56th birthday due to having too much fun celebrating. Sounds like a pretty fun way. Father, I know. I know. Okay. How I pictured dying someday was basically um, going full Crusoe at a fancy restaurant, or even just any restaurant, you know, that has really good food. You know, that's basically how I pictured it, and I was okay with it. Yeah. Apparently not so much. If being fat makes you happy, be fat. Do what makes you happy. Yeah, I want to, but now I'm also super worried about shit. Also, she did make it sound like it's like, oh, if you don't do this, then you will die, like fairly soon. Yeah, if you don't lose weight, you'll probably die fairly soon. So yeah, I didn't have that worry. Again, I didn't have that worry until now, and now this worrying is probably going to contribute to more health problems because it's a bunch of stress that I didn't need. It's so annoying. Right, I've gone over half an hour than I was supposed to because it is actually super early in the morning here, but also super late here for me. So yeah, my blood pressure isn't over 150. I don't think. I mean, it's not like you're on my 600-pound life. That's what I hate about doctors. They make shit sound so bad. I know. Is blood pressure slightly too high or much too high? What the fuck was it? It was. I. It just that 150 sounds like it was that doesn't sound like it was two. It was definitely not never 200. It was never over the 200 mark. It was because it was it's the lower number, right? It's the something. It's this number that you want, not the this number slash then this number. It's the lower number, right? I don't know. I don't know. The machine said it was very, very high. It was in the red. He kept saying very in the red. Because it basically had like a amber. It had yellow, amber, and then which is yellow, orange, red, and it was always in the red. Only once or twice did it get into the amber, orange, or yellow. Because I had to do it for a week. I had to do it 2 times a day for a week, and I can't remember any of these numbers, but I don't think it was ever over 200. The lower number has not to be over 100. It was always over 100. The lower number. And my heart rate is usually around about like 80 or 90. For that, I don't think she's ever going to listen because basically it does sound like she doesn't listen sometimes, and then she'll completely blow me away by basically talking about uh, you know my diet as if she has been listening the whole time. So you know I I don't know what to do. I don't know what to do. Because Panafox, like my brain was just like, yeah, that makes things sound so bad, they're way worse than they are. But that kind of means that I should just ignore it completely, and I want to do that. But the shit terrifies me when I don't know what's happening, and I could have fucking diabetes. You know, it's like it fucking terrifies me. I basically I have a lower life expectancy because of my hormonal condition. I have that in the first place, and that that makes me think about death a lot. you know. Um. So now having to deal with this shit that they're telling me all the time because they're running tests on is making me think that I basically am going to go to bed tonight, and I could not. I there's like I know it's not this possible, but it does make me feel like, oh, there's a 50-50 chance that I could wake up. That's terrifying in itself, you know? I'm just, even though that's totally not true, I know there's more than a 50% chance that I could wake up. But it's like, I don't know. I don't know. Again, if I didn't go to the doctors, if I never went to the doctors until I was like 40, whatever, I'd never have to deal with this. I would still go on with my fucking life. But I'm dealing with this. I just want to know what's wrong with me, what I can do to fix it, and the only options that she's given me right now to fix it is to lose weight. So that's why there's a question mark here. I don't know what to do. I kind of feel like I'm dead either way at the moment. So maybe I should just wait until next week to talk about it with you again, I guess, or tell you what I've decided because I'm trying to be okay with either decision. I'm already okay with one of my decisions. I'm just trying to be okay with the other option, losing weight option. But that way just seems like fucking hell. So I don't know what to do. I'm trying to be okay with this decision, but it's just like it's a complete change in my life. It's it's not, and I'm trying to see it as it's not death, but it basically is fucking death. I don't know what to do. So yeah, I'm gonna distract myself with something. I'm gonna watch some more Netflix or whatever, and play my video game, and just try not to get worked up over this. And this is what I've been doing. I can't focus on anything else but this, unless I'm playing a video game or watching something interesting. It just so yeah. Somebody on Fur Affinity. I just want to point out this scumbag. There's a guy on Fur Affinity who has not paid me, but I agreed to do an art commission, and he's wondering what's taking so long. And I'm dealing with this. Fuck off. I'm just going to tell him to fuck off next time I get a message from him. And if you're watching this, fuck off. Okay, I'm not doing any work or anything at the moment. I cannot focus on shit right now. So yeah, I don't know what to do. The thing is, reducing weight just even a little bit is just it's gonna hurt. I'm still gonna be sad. I'm still gonna be cranky. What is wait at first? How much the beta blockers will lower the blood pressure? Sometimes they also give you ACE inhibitors. I think they will as well against the blood pressure in combination with beta blockers. Yes, that's possible. I think that's one of the things that she wanted to talk to me about. I don't know. I know, right? I know. Anyway, guys, while you can see it, belly rubs and belly salutes. I'd say I'm losing sleep, but you know, I'm a, I'm an insomniac. That's not how that works. Although I couldn't get to sleep last night, but that's only because I was watching Invincible. And I was just so enthralled with the story that I was intentionally stopping myself from falling asleep so I could watch what happens in the next episode. You know? Anyway. Fart Dad. Fart Dad. I work out for an hour a day. Every day, normally. I work out for an hour a day every day. It was half an hour, but half an hour is just the weights. You know, if I basically add up all of the fucking walking that I do, um, just around the house and do the stair climbing. I go up and down stairs a few times, stuff like that. Then it's cardio. So you don't get it, fat dad. You don't get it. If I didn't have my belly, I might as well be dead. I want to commit suicide. You know, It's who I am. I don't know how to put it in any way that basically doesn't sound like that, because it's just there isn't. You know, it's like I was in the worst place. I just I've never felt so good. And as I've had as my belly has gotten bigger, I've just gotten happier and happier with the way I look and feel. And no, just just no. It is worth dying for. I'm sorry. At first, what the medication will change? That's why I have no idea what you're talking about. I'm sorry. Okay. Right. Bye bye.